Ntanzi. Mnumzane Ntanzi ukhumbule futhi sengaphansi kwesifungo.
Mr. Ntanzi, we continue on the theme of communication.
He was at the peak of his career. Who did not like that?
Is this just...
I'll say it was a hit. Where is the mastermind?
Thank you, Brigadier.
Today in court, something happened that almost never happens. Not from the witness, not from the defense, but from the prosecutor himself, Advocate Baloyi. And what happened next? The defense, or should I say the interpreter, Mr. Jonas, had to step in and correct him, you know. So in this video, I'm going to break it down, exactly what happened in that moment, why is it matter more than people think, and why this tells us, and what this tells us about the state of this case, because this was not just a small mistake. This was a moment that raised so many questions about this case. Hello and welcome to The Great Awakening. I am Mrs. Independent, aka I am not a lawyer, but I do pay attention. And today we need to talk about what just happened in Senzo Meyiwa trial. So, but before we do that, let's take a listen and see the drama as it was unfolding. And after that, we will, you know, why it happened. So take a listen to this.
Sorry. Confirmation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my lord. I'll be standing in for my colleague, Advocate Mshwadala.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you.
thanks.
As a court, please, we confirm appearances on behalf of the state.
My lord, I'm confirming my appearance on behalf of Mr. Mncube and Mr. Sweya.
Okay. All right.
As a court, this is my lord. I confirm my appearance on behalf of accused number 4, Mr.
Yes.
Mapisa, standing in for my colleague, Advocate Mshwadala. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Ntanzi, we are still continuing on the theme of communication between your numbers, both your numbers.
You would ask yourself, why am I laughing? I am laughing because I'm looking at the accused where they are sitting and they just having a fun time. They are laughing at what just happened. You know, it looks like they were saying, yeah, finally. Now, for those of you who are following this case, this trial or this case, you already know that this case has been filled with tension, contradictions, and procedural battles. We are deep into testimony of Ntanzi, accused number 2, where every question matters and every step must follow strict court report protocol, because in a trial like this, procedure, okay, it's not just formality, it's not just being polite, it's a protection for both sides. So let's get into what happened. So the judge walks in. Court is now officially in session, and as a standard practice, the prosecutor is expected to confirm that they are appearing on behalf of state. Then the defense confirms their representation. It's a simple process, like routine, you know, non-negotiable. But yesterday, Advocate Baloyi did something unexpected. He skipped all of this. He skipped the protocol and went straight into questioning the witness. And as Mr. Jonas, stepping in and correcting him, he is so lost. You can see that you can see in his face when he's been corrected, he doesn't know why Jonas is stopping him, what Jonas is saying, to be exact. He's lost. Look at his face, he's so lost. And when Jonas started to say something and the judge was like but looking at Ubaloyi, there is something strange. That was strange. And for a brief moment, the court just allowed that. Can you believe it? I mean, no confirmation, no greeting to the court properly, just straight into the meat. Yo, hi, Baloyi. And then the interpreter had to jump in, not aggressively, but firmly, doing their job of making sure communication flows correctly. That is what he's being paid for, to make sure that communication, flows correctly. But in this case, also reminding the learned advocate Baloyi of basic protocol. It was awkward. It was embarrassing. Very awkward. I mean, for a senior state prosecutor leading one of the most watched trials in South Africa, it looked unprofessional, I must say. And some people on the chat were saying, they were calling it a senior moment. Angvumi ngala. Others are saying it shows frustration, that the state case is under serious pressure and Baloyi is feeling it. And you see, that one I agree with, that Ubaloyi is feeling it, because this feeling, it is because of his own making. This is what he brought to himself. I mean, Untanzi has been in that witness stand for how long? Untanzi had to even vocalize it, tell the judge to say, you know what, I've been in here for such a long time. Even Ukininda was protected, but I am not protected. So he must feel it, that pressure. He must feel it. He is one who brought it to himself. But either way, it is unforgettable. I cannot unsee that. I can't believe the interpreter becoming the one who had to put the train back on the track. That moment, that is the kind of moment that will go viral in legal, not even will go viral, that is the moment that goes viral in legal circles. Bayakhuluma manje, the other advocates, because Ubaloyi showed us Mpep. I mean, we all know that this case has been running for years. 4 years. Still, skipping the formal appearance is not a small slip. In a case this sensitive, where the whole nation is watching for justice for Senzo, every procedural matters. Every procedural step matters. It fits into the narrative that the process itself is struggling. And in Mbela, it is struggling. The process is struggling. I mean, is it courtroom etiquette being skipped when the interpreter has to step in? It raises questions. Is everyone still focused? Is the pressure getting to the prosecutor? Are we truly getting closer to the truth? Or are we watching a process that it is unraveling badly? I am not a lawyer, but I am a citizen who knows that real justice requires discipline, respect for the procedure, and humility from all sides, states or defense alike. Now, members of the Court of Public Opinion, I would like to find out what do you think happened yesterday? Was it just a tired mistake or a sign of a deeper issue in how this case is being handled? Drop your thoughts in the comment section respectfully. Let's discuss like adults who actually care about the truth. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you can be notified when I drop a video. Now, there's something again that I would like to highlight about this, and to show why does this matter, because procedure protects. the integrity of the trial. If the steps are skipped, even small ones, it opens the door to confusion, to objection, and in extreme cases, challenges to the process itself. And in a trial already under intense scrutiny, that matters. Now, this is what I would like to highlight. Remember, Ntanzi has been complaining, and people are saying he's denying, it's a bare denial, ukuthi Mjiyako was his lawyer, and Ntanzi has been saying, Mjiyako, why, if Mjiyako was my lawyer, why was it not presented in the court? Why did he not confirm his presence in court? Or why was I not asked to confirm his presence, or at least rejection of him in court? So this is where you truly see ukuthi a small step like this, it's really, really very important, because ngabe asinayo le confusion that we have now. We are, as a country, we are divided. People are saying uNtanzi unamanga, Mjiyako was his lawyer. But now, seeing things like this, you see why it is important. And Advocate Baloyi really likes to put things, through back doors, to skip things, to misrepresent facts, reading of record incorrectly. So yeah, no, it is really important to follow the protocol. And now here, what a lot of people are not talking about, because this moment tells us something deeper. Into engiyibonayo, there's pressure. Advocate Baloyi is under pressure. Now he's beginning to rush. Yes, you can ask me to where, but yeah, why not? He's rushing. I mean, if he's supposed to set the tone, but he's the one who's, jumping the protocol, what can we say? It's not insignificant. It's very, very important. And just like that, a routine courtroom moment turns into a red flag. No announcement, no structure, no control. And the defense, they didn't just respond, they stepped in and took the moment. Now ask yourself, in a case sensitive as this that we are watching, can the state afford a mistake like this? Or is it the beginning of something bigger? Because in the courtroom, every word counts, every step matters, and every slip leaves a trace. This is the Great Awakening channel. I am Mrs. Independent, aka I am not a lawyer, but I see what is happening, and trust me, this case is far from over. Until the next one, peace.